with Issy. I'm reading The Magical Advent Calendar by Fiona Simpson-Stober. It's the 1st of December, which means it's day 1. Are you ready to turn the page? The Magical Advent Calendar, Day 1. Glitter, snow, gingerbread men and Christmas music. Ayria sat dreaming in her bedroom, wishing that Christmas would come faster. Her grandma had given her an advent calendar. It had 24 doors to open, and behind each one was a picture of Christmas. When Grandma had given Ayria the calendar, she told her to treasure it. It was very special. Ayria had been very excited since the day she had been given the calendar. It was the last day of November, and tomorrow was the first day that Ayria would be allowed to open the calendar. Her grandma had promised her that when she opened the last door, the biggest surprise of all would happen, and she said the journey to day 24 would be the most exciting one she had ever been on. Ayria was 13 years old. She was a very clever girl who just loved to dance. She was very petite and had long curly blonde hair. When she smiled, she would light up the room, and when she danced, she felt she was being set free. She often felt pressured to do everything right and to please everyone, and she loved reading as it helped her to forget the real world as she knew it. A world that was often troubled by people not respecting nature or trying harder to earn even more money, buy even bigger cars, build even bigger factories. She didn't really understand it all, but she knew that if things didn't change, some of the most precious and beautiful nature that this world has to offer us was in great danger. Adults talked about it all the time. The news was full of it. Even school was starting project after project to save the earth, but she never really understood how she could make a difference. The next morning, Ayria got out of bed and went to the advent calendar. It was such a beautiful snow scene. Ayria actually wished she could keep it whole and still open the doors. Like everything in life, you have to enjoy what you have and move on. If we stand still, we will get nowhere, she thought to herself. And then she carefully peeled the first door open. Her hand trembled as she carefully pulled the door away from the picture. She was trying so hard not to rip anything, but at the same time, she was so excited. Ayria tucked her finger behind the door, and as if by magic, she fell backwards. A force stronger than anything she had ever felt before had thrown her to her bed. She stood up again and stared at her mirror. The calendar was nowhere to be seen. But her mirror started to glitter and sparkle. She was mesmerized by the beauty of what she was seeing. She could hear little voices, but couldn't see anyone. The colours were spectacular, like nothing she had seen before. The green was warm and soothing. She immediately felt calm. Then she looked again and could see tiny little flowers on the floor of the forest that was slowly emerging out of her mirror. A path started to flow towards her, out of her mirror and towards her feet. And then she heard the most beautiful voice she had ever listened to. "Ayria, come on. I will show you the magic of Christmas." "Hello, who is there?" Ayria replied, but wasn't expecting an answer. Slowly she walked towards her mirror. She didn't even stop to think. She just followed the path. Suddenly there was a wind behind her and she fell into a spiral. It was so exciting. It felt like being at the fair. She was screaming and laughing, and then with one almighty bump, she landed on a bouncy mushroom. She looked at herself. Her clothes had changed. She was in the most adorable green dress with silver buttons. Her hair had matching ribbons, and her shoes were so shiny she could see her own reflection in them. They felt like crystal snowflakes. She started to laugh. "Ayria," she said to herself, "you can't wear snowflakes as shoes." "Oh, my dear child, of course you can. But you have to respect that they are snowflakes." Ayria turned and saw a very delicate, nearly invisible snow angel. She was so gentle in her appearance, so perfect in every way. Ayria felt like she was in love. She had butterflies in her tummy, and she felt an overwhelming sense of excitement. "Oh, hello! Hello, my precious child. How kind of you to visit us. Where am I?" "You are in your Christmas calendar, a place called Nashim." Ayria laughed. "Yeah, right, of course I am. Seriously, where am I?" "Seriously, you are in your Christmas calendar, Ayria. Your grandma told you every day is a surprise with this calendar. You will learn about the magic of Christmas, which in turn will help you understand the magic of nature." "Do you know why Christmas is magical, Ayria?" The snow angel started to fly around Ayria. She was throwing what felt like glitter on her, and it made her sneeze. "That is tickling my nose." Then she started to laugh at the strange feeling she had in her nose, as if she was about to sneeze again, but it wouldn't come. "Look at my shoes now. They are sparkly too. They are the most beautiful shoes I have ever seen." "They are snowflakes, Ayria, but they will only stay on your feet as long as you manage to keep the environment they live in suitable for them. If this fails to be, then sadly they will melt and the glitter will disappear, as will the beauty of the snowflake. You will be left with bare feet. Even they will suffer if they have to live in an environment not suitable for bare feet." "How do I know what is good for them? They are beautiful. I don't want to lose my snowflake shoes. I love them," Ayria said in response to the snow angel. "Then, my precious child, you will have to look after them. But I warn you, it is not enough for you alone to look after the environment suitable for your shoes, you must tell others too. Everyone has to work together, Ayria. Otherwise we will lose the magic of Christmas. Can I walk in them? Ayria politely asked the snow angel. Of course, but remember, you have a responsibility. Your shoes are precious, just like you. Take care, my child. And with that, the snow angel was gone, and Ayria was sitting all alone on the bouncy mushroom. She jumped off, and it didn't take long for her to hear voices. She walked towards the noise, and she could see some people standing around a fire. They had lights on everywhere, and their music was at full volume. There was a small electric generator providing the electricity. It started to weaken, and the music softened, and the lights faded. Throw more coal on the fire! We need more sound! We need more energy! One of the kids stood up and threw coal onto the fire. What are they doing? Ayria walked closer. She coughed, but nobody could hear her. She walked up to the group of people, but they couldn't see her. Hello, she shouted, but nobody reacted. Suddenly, Ayria looked at her feet. Her shoes were melting. What's happening? Ayria heard the snow angel's gentle voice. They are using too much energy, Ayria. If they use it all for themselves, they will damage other parts of this world. They must find a more natural way to make energy. That way, your beautiful snowflake shoes will stay as amazing as they are, and they will be able to party and listen to music. But if they carry on as they are, your shoes will melt as the earth is warming up due to the immense amount of energy being consumed. It all has to be balanced, Ayria. Balance and harmony. That is the secret that will magically preserve your snowflake shoes. Balance and harmony, Ayria. Stop it! Please stop it! Ayria shouted in vain, but nobody could hear her. She walked back to her bouncy mushroom, thinking she would be safe, but it was too late. Ayria lay her head in her hands. It had been so beautiful, so fragile, so special. She wanted the snow angel to come back. She so wished she could help her. She wanted her snowflake shoes back. Ayria's tears rolled down her cheeks. Snow angel, where are you? You wanted to tell me something about the magic of Christmas. Ayria's eyes closed and everything was silent. Ayria, come on, you will be late for school. It's project day. You are learning all about the icebergs in the Antarctic. You have to hurry or they will melt before you get to hear about them. Ayria's mum's voice woke her up. She looked around her room. Everything was the same. Had she been dreaming? Ayria jumped out of bed and went to her advent calendar. Sure enough, the first day was open. In it was the most beautiful snowflake Ayria had ever seen. Well, that's not entirely true. It was the same beautiful snowflake she had worn as a shoe. How could that be? Ayria smiled. There she was at the bottom of the calendar on the door of 24. The Snow Angel. Wow! This really is a magic advent calendar. Ayria knows for sure she will never do anything to harm the crystals that make ice, icebergs and snow. These were precious gifts from Mother Nature. Gifts we must protect and preserve. And thanks to the Snow Angel, Ayria now understood something very important for her future. She was already excited for tomorrow. On her way to school, Ayria saw the first Christmas lights. They looked so beautiful. In one garden, they were connected to the mains power. In the next, she noticed they were solar powered. My shoes would survive in that garden, she thought. I wish all Christmas lights were solar powered. Then we could all enjoy them. And we could still enjoy the magic of Christmas. And who knows, I may even get some snowflake shoes from Father Christmas. What a beautiful and magical start to Advent. I like the idea of solar-powered Christmas lights. How clever and so good for our environment. I wonder what Ayria's adventure is going to be on day 2. I hope you've enjoyed this Shed Time story, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you will be ready for the next book for us to share together. Bye-bye.